So, what I think you're saying is that slavery was a good thing. Is that what you're saying? Was that your overall point right
You're
there?
you're pro-slavery, is what it?
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
pro-slavery,
Dang, Reese,
pro-slavery.
that's a very controversial take. I didn't think you would actually say that.
Wow.
All right, everyone, welcome to Wandering Skeletons, episode 2. I'm reading the segment today, Reese, and then we got George and Bryant here with us. And right now we've had a lot of crypto scandals going on, especially concerning Logan Paul. So I thought it'd be interesting if we just chat about that. And kind of my first idea is like, do we think Logan Paul is in the right here? Because you can see he says numerous times that his source code developer and like all the other developers left and ran off, leaving him without anything. And so I was just curious what you guys think about that.
Also, to any viewers watching, we are now a crypto channel. We've changed completely. So, yeah, that's why we're talking about this right now. So,
Gotta get the money, the
yeah.
monetization.
Honestly, I don't know too like I mean, I watch the coffee sale videos, but here's the thing. I'm super biased against stupid people and Logan Paul's really stupid. So, I feel like yeah, I don't really have too much to add except for he probably scammed people. I don't know what he did. He probably did scam people, if I'm being honest.
What do you think, Bryant?
I don't know too much about what happened other than I don't think he's too smart.
Okay,
And I think
general
we should
consensus
I
is
think we should just cancel him because he's stupid, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, get them off the platforms.
Yeah, honestly, it has nothing to do with crypto. Like, why is that guy still making videos? You know?
I thought it was interesting because it was funny. I looked up like the Instagram page and like the actual website of the Crypto Zoo stuff, and like their most recent post was like 40 weeks ago, so like almost a full year ago, and their website's still like it's like just a basic information page with like one paragraph of information. So I don't know how people are also dumping loads of money in to like where they could get scammed. Like in the coffee sale, didn't someone dump in like $7,000 or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it is kind of insane how much money. Like, I don't know. Yeah, because I was kind of looking at stuff like that, and it's just like, I think even though obviously don't scam people, right? But like at the same time, doesn't the fault kind of lie with the investors a little bit too? Like you're gonna
Yeah.
put your financial like basically stability on in the hands of Logan Paul, who's what is he famous for? Like going up to some guy who killed himself and recording his like what, like you're gonna trust that guy? Like I don't know. I don't
And
know.
like, even in the future, like recently, he bought like $1 million Charizard card or something, and it was fake. Are you really trusting someone who's already got scammed by a Pokemon card?
That's so true.
Yeah.
Like I think it's weird, and it's like I don't know. It like someone said like they put up what almost like close to $2 million or something in the
Yeah, it's way
valuation.
more than 7,000. It was a lot of money.
Like just the amount of money go into it, and like you think you'd actually have like a working thing at least to see put your
Yeah.
money in, because functions like a like almost a stock market. You buy stuff, try and breed the creature or whatever, and then sell it for profit later. Like if you're putting that much money into a shifty crypto game, why aren't you just not putting that into the stock market?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like a perfect storm of crypto people aren't smart to begin with. It's a volatile like economy. You're putting your trust in Logan Paul, and whoever Logan Paul hired is also like probably scammy as crap. So I think it just like disintegrated as soon as something bad happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I don't I Logan Paul does not seem like the person I would put $2 million with.
yeah,
Like
unless it's scamming people.
That's
Maybe if you
true.
told me about that, I would be like, yeah, you know what? You're pretty good at that so far. I'll trust you with that.
like I could see like you can use him for like branding image, like like the Prime drink, like it really just uses Logan Paul and KSI as like
Yeah.
brand ambassadors. But, like it sounds like this is something that he tried it with the developers to make himself, and it's like why would you think that? Like I don't get it. It seems, but like at this point, are the people who bought into it the fault at here, or would you say Logan Paul is at fault here?
I would
I'll say
say,
both, to be honest.
yeah, if we had to like, because it definitely seems like that crypto king guy, because was kind of also a big part of that too. So I can't put it all on Logan.
Mm,
If I had to put like percentages to like the blame, I think probably, I don't know, probably like 40 to the investors, probably like 30 to Logan Paul, and probably like 30 to that crypto king guy. Cause I mean, didn't
Really?
like I remember, yeah, cause that was one thing, that crypto king guy tried scamming like everyone involved, basically, right?
Well,
I
I
it,
mean,
mean,
it it sounded like some of the developers hadn't even gotten paid for what they were doing yet, so they ran off because they wanted to get paid.
yeah,
And
which
then,
I don't think you can blame those guys. Like, if I'm not getting paid, I'm not gonna help you, you know?
yeah,
So,
I
I
honestly, I would rank it like 70% of the fault is on the investors and 30% is on like
mm,
Logan Paul and that. Because I feel like we've seen so many crypto scams throughout like the past 3 years. Like it happens so often, and yet people are still putting money into it. Like I don't understand. Like
yeah.
how can you be that dumb?
But I
that's
think
true.
with investors in general, as soon as they do something wrong, it's like, oh, it's not their fault. I mean, it kind of is for them being stupid. Like, if you don't know if you're gonna make money off this, you're taking the risk, and it's your fault. You
Yeah,
took the
That's
risk to invest in Logan Paul. It's your fault that you lost the money.
like
yeah.
if I'm
I mean,
investing that much money, I feel like I'd be looking at everything, like what could go wrong and what can go right. Like how am I gonna for sure make money off this if I'm putting like at least 10K
Yeah,
or something. I don't understand how you could be that dumb with your money.
it's just
yeah, no,
crypto.
honestly,
Honestly, is just like another form of gambling. You know,
yeah,
that's how I see it at this point in time. It's not something that you look into. It's something that you just put money into, like random coins, and then just hope that coin just like blows up. Now,
yeah,
of course, I am not an expert in crypto. I don't know how that works. All I've seen is like CoffeeZilla's videos. I've seen like videos talking about things that like failed and stuff like that. So I don't know too many success stories or anything. So obviously I'm
yeah,
very biased with how I see crypto, but just from my perspective, it does seem like it's basically another form of gambling. Honestly,
yeah.
I wouldn't trust it. Yeah.
I don't think anyone who invested in Crypto Zoo, I don't think any of them are smart investors. Like if you're a crypto bro, you probably made $2 million off of just putting your money in like Dogecoin or something stupid. So I don't think
Mhm.
any of those investors are genuinely smart people. They're not day traders. They're just people who got lucky and they think, oh, we're gonna do it again, but with Logan Paul. So I don't really feel bad like at all, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't really know what to add else, because honestly, it really does seem like one of those things where like you should have known better. Like what are you doing? Putting your money with Logan Paul in
Yeah.
another crypto thing? It's just, yeah. There's not
Yeah.
much to say there.
It
I
just
just
feels
feel like
like people
sorry,
were
go
over
ahead.
ambitious. Yeah, like they were overly ambitious, and then it just came together. I don't know. Don't put your trust in Logan Paul. Don't think you're smart because you scammed people off crypto, and like don't put your trust in a scam artist too. Like, what was his name? Like King Coin or whatever.
Yeah, Crypto King. Yeah, that guy.
Crypto King. What a loser name.
I know. Uh,
At this
but
point, would you think like at this point, like it almost to me, it feels like anything that's like crypto now is almost like 70% a scam. Like it's just like it's going to scam you of your money if it's somehow involved in crypto, especially after like the FTX collapse and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just I feel like a lot of people who invest in it don't even truly understand what it is. I
Yeah.
mean,
They have no
like,
idea what they're doing.
yeah, it's just they just see that, oh wow, look at like Bitcoin, right? Oh crap, Bitcoin, if you put $1 into Bitcoin in like 2012, you would have a ton of money right now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like people just see things like that and they just assume that like, oh, it must be like a thing now too. I mean, look at this coin, it came out. Wow, I'll
Yeah.
put in money to this one, and yeah, people just get scammed and for some reason don't learn their lesson, just hoping it's another Bitcoin. kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Crypto bros are definitely not the smartest people out there.
Yeah,
Definitely
no.
not.
I feel like, with FTX, isn't it like, yeah, didn't he just like not do anything? The CEO of that place just took the money and then just ran.
So it's like he,
Uh,
he took some of the money and was using it for his own stuff. And they're also using like other funds to pay for like back end deals and stuff. They weren't using their money like how they said in the accounting stuff, from what I understand. And so like a lot of it's just a scam how like they're using the money. And so when people wanted their money and they used all of it on other stuff, but they said they still have money, that the business just kind of collapsed into one. That's
Oh,
from my
yeah.
understanding.
yeah, honestly, the FTX thing is way more complicated than we could explain.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I
true.
mean? Like I make fun of crypto bros. I am like 2 IQ points smarter than they are. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't explain that crap. Just watch CoffeeZilla videos on that.
Yeah.
Basically.
I wonder if like crypto can ever like, do you think it could ever recover from this and actually become like a form of currency that people use, or do you think it's just screwed after this?
I
No,
think
it's
people will still
definitely.
use it.
Yeah,
Really?
probably in the. Yeah, probably in the future. Because again, basically everything is turning digital.
Mhm.
So crypto, I feel like is one of those things where they just tried bringing it up too early. Like I can see the idea of crypto working in an actual society. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because the direction that we're going in, it just seems like that's the way it's going to go eventually. It's just the crypto now is just it's too vague. It like I feel like not enough people, like even the people making crypto, don't even have a general consensus of like what it's going to be used for. You know what I mean? So right now, it's basically the Wild West when it comes to crypto. That's why so many people are getting scammed, because it's just a ton of different ideas coming at you from like
Hmm.
different kinds of people who envision crypto as completely different things. And it's just like, yeah, but in the future, I can definitely see it become a thing like in society that like everyone understands. Like, oh, how much Bitcoin do I pay you for this pizza? Or I don't know. It's just something I can see it. I don't think this will affect it too much
Yeah.
in the long term.
I think the people who are gonna use it are gonna use it even as of right now. The only reason they got so huge is because people thought, oh, it's a get rich quick thing. And as soon as it failed, everyone who's, I don't know, a bandwagon, they left. And everyone who's a normal crypto bro who still thinks it's gonna do stuff, they're still gonna use their Bitcoins to do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the people getting scammed, like, are people who just don't understand what it is.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who use it just in the way they want to use it, and it works perfectly fine for them. I mean, it's not making them a ton of money, but they're using it like in a way where it just makes sense for them.
Yeah.
So eventually, when those kind of like yeah, when the basically when the get like rich quick stuff kind of leaves, I can slowly see it coming back and then
Mhm.
just integrating itself normally. you know I don't know
Yeah.
though, maybe
Like,
not.
yeah.
Who knows?
On top of like crypto bros being, I think, stupid. Like there's like the NFT ones too. They fit into the same category. Like it
Yeah.
feels like people. It's I don't know. The picture I have in my mind when I think of an NFT person and a crypto bro is just like a loser who thinks they're in with the cool people.
Hmm.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta get
exactly.
on this NFT stuff. Oh, I own a golden ape.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh man. I just think they're just like they're trying so hard to fit into something new, and then when it doesn't work and it blows up in their face, they have nothing left because they it put all their money into it.
Yeah,
And it
because
feels
they
like an
paid.
NFT.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. I just feel like an NFT too, of all things, like if you want to get an NFT, you just have to get into collecting. And like if you can only collect it on your device, like you can't even show it off. Like
Yeah,
you have to buy monitors or something if you want to show off your digital things. You can't even give it to people to look at. I just feel
yeah,
like that makes no sense to me. I don't know how that could ever have a real world application for it.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know, because NFT, like what I said about crypto, I think crypto has a good chance of like kind of integrating itself into society. NFTs, I have no idea because again, from my very naive, not research like perspective, NFTs have no purpose. Like I don't see what the purpose of them are.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like basically you own an image, but like anyone can technically own that image. They just don't own the same image with like your code in it. But it's like,
Yeah.
why is that? Because basically, what you're buying isn't an image. You're buying a piece of code that's connected to a random image.
No, no, no. The blockchain, Jorge.
The
The
blockchain.
blockchain.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know, dude. NFTs are so stupid to me.
Yeah.
That's the type of crap that I'm like, you are actually retarded if you like invest at all into these things. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You know?
because like there was some cool like the top grossing NFT yada 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 is now worth like $4 or something. Like you
Really?
just lost
Yeah,
400K. That's your fault.
Oh
like
my
I
gosh.
remember that NFT that Logan Paul got for like $400,000 or something. Isn't it like it went down like 90%?
Oh
You
my
know?
gosh.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
look it up right now, it's like it's basically nothing to its original price. And that was
Mhm.
something bought by Logan Paul. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
not just some random guy. It's like, yeah, he got it and he lost every like anything value, all the
Yeah.
value when it came to that. So it's like even if the top guys are losing money on this, what makes you think you're going to gain any money? It's basically NFTs are hot potato, like a really crappy game of hot potato. Because you basically
Yeah.
get a thing that is worthless and you convince the next person to buy it for a price even higher, and then that person gets it and he has to convince the next person that it's even like worth higher than he bought it, and you just keep going until you reach a point where you can't convince anyone else and that person just gets screwed over. You
Yeah.
know, it's just a really crappy game of hot potato. That's basically what NFTs are, you know.
Yeah. I'm just happy that normal people, everyday people saw how stupid NFTs were. And so they started screenshotting
Yeah.
it and being like, oh, look, I own it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the memes that came out of it.
Yeah, because you're right. The only difference between me screenshotting a golden ape and the owner is a little line of code. I'm not
That's
paying
basically it.
millions of dollars for a line of code. I can own this picture just with a right click.
Yeah,
For
you're
real.
just paying for the like proof of ownership tag on it. You're not even paying for the actual object.
Yeah, and since it's online, it's so stupid because in reality, you own the real thing. There's ways to like figure out if it's real or not. Online, it's just pixels.
Like, yeah, I,
It's
like,
the
It's
dumbest
just
thing ever.
yeah.
I don't get it. I
Yeah.
don't get NFTs.
And then
It's
going
just
back to Logan Paul, he bought an NFT, lost a ton of money, and then people still are like, "Oh, this guy's we should trust this guy." You know, he's so
yeah,
smart.
for real. And didn't he even have a crypto project before Crypto Zoo as well. He
So,
had
too.
that what was it called? Like Doodle or whatever? What
Oh
the heck
my
was it called?
gosh.
You remember that with the little slinky guy as like the
Yeah.
mascot or whatever? And it was like some kind of that's one I know even less of. It's like it
Hmm.
was like supposed to be like some comic thing, and you could like buy every like panel or I don't know, some
That's
crap like that.
stupid.
Yeah, but that one went under too.
Good.
Like if you just did basic research into CryptoZoo, you would have known that the guy running it also did another project which also bombed. Like
Ah
it's just
man.
yeah.
Oh my
Honestly, the
gosh,
investors
yeah.
are kind of stupid for
He's had
putting
like
money into that. Yeah.
3 or 4 different like NFT crypto projects, and they've all bombed.
Oh my
Like,
gosh. I think
yeah,
crypto
goodness.
has just given idiots a platform, and some of those idiots succeeded, and they think they're like hot crap. They think they're cool, and they think they know what they're. As soon as they put their foot in the game, they get ran over by a car because they're idiots.
Yeah.
I
It's just someplace. Yeah.
question. And it kind of relates to this, and it kind of broadens the subject. But like, do you think the reason why so many people are getting scammed are because like sometimes I feel like, and we feel like people seem like idolize or like stand someone so much more nowadays, and like I feel like because of that relationship, like standing more people, which if correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I think people stan people more nowadays. And that's why they get scammed, because they keep scanning them and they like, oh, they have this new project, I'm gonna go do it. And when they get scammed, like,
Yeah.
oh, it wasn't his fault. It was some other guy's fault.
I mean, I think that kind of is it, but I honestly think it's just people being like it maybe not standing a person specifically, but standing an idea or like some kind of like
Yeah.
ideology. I think that's what's getting people scammed. Because these people aren't just falling for Logan Paul scam; they're falling for every crypto scam.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's because they believe in the idea of crypto, and that's what's screwing them over. It's their ideology that's screwing them over, not necessarily. And don't get me wrong, I think you are right. There's definitely people who just saw that Logan Paul's name is attached to this and immediately just put money into it. But I
Mhm.
think the majority of people are just people who are dumb enough to think in general that crypto is something that will get them rich real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like, I think the internet is just helping fads and trends become more trendy and more faddy, you know? Like crypto
Yeah.
20, 30 years ago when the internet wasn't such a big thing, the only people doing it would have been Wall Street guys. And then they would have realized how stupid it is. And then they would go back to day trading and doing their normal stuff.
yeah.
But since the internet just allows everyday people, which I don't think everyday people are smart, they just allow them to see, oh, crypto, this guy made $2 billion off of this. I'll do it.
Yeah. For real, they should invest in something way better like gambling or something, you know?
Yeah.
Did
Honestly,
you
you'd
know
probably
that
make more money.
90% of gamblers leave before they win $1 billion.
Yeah, they
They
quit
should,
before they get rich.
yeah,
So
it's,
keep
it's kind of
gambling.
insane.
That's the message here. Keep gambling.
Yeah,
Keep
keep
going.
gambling. Don't buy into crypto. Just go to your local casino and just put all your money in. Like, I mean, if you look at the stats, when you gamble, you can lose 100% of your money. But if you win, you can win up to 2,000% of your money. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's like the risk actually is really low when you gamble. It's very low.
There was
So
when I was in New Jersey, all of the people I was with, they all were old enough to drink and smoke and go to casinos.
Mhm.
And I didn't have the privilege of going to a casino because I was too young.
Yeah.
But all of them did. And so some of them came back and like, oh, I lost $1,000.
Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
I was just showing those memes around, like, oh, it's like the mining videos where they're
Yeah, the
mining in
mine one.
Minecraft. It's like, this is you. You stopped too early.
See, that's
I
just crazy.
mean,
It's just crazy to me. Like people like would gamble that much money. Like, is it
Yeah.
just the same mindset as the crypto stuff? Like, just the idea of possibly getting so much for so little just
Mhm.
allows you to put so much money into the project.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, that's what I think. Th- That is one thing I wanted to ask though. Is what do you guys think of like the metaverse in general? Like the concept that we could like turn everything into a digital world where you like wake up and you just put on like an Oculus headset or some crap and you just live your life there. Like,
I
what do you
think
think of that?
it could be so cool. I was having this conversation with my oldest brother recently. It could be so cool, but I genuinely think the crypto bros have brought in their ideas, their ideology. Like, I'm gonna buy this piece of land for $2 billion. Go do something cool. It's fake. Go make
Like
a game.
I feel like with like the metaverse, like have you guys seen like Ready Player One or like I Have Mind book or whatever?
Ready Player One,
Uh,
at least.
I know yeah, I know the story of Ready Player One. I didn't actually read or watch the movie, so
Yeah,
but
I
I
feel
know
like
what it is.
I feel like in civilization we'll probably eventually get to a time where you could entirely make like a whole world or civilization that's purely online. It could work too, you know, you can do certain jobs online, you can socialize online. But I feel like the technology to do so is still like a bit away. I just feel like anyone who's trying to hop on that metaverse train now, you're just gonna lose money. Like it's not gonna work right now. Not enough
Yeah.
people have the resources or time to put into that.
I
Yeah.
don't even think the technology is too far away. It's definitely not Ready Player One, even close to
Hmm.
that. But we could have, you know how Minecraft and Roblox modders do all the heavy lifting for like cool, I mean, mods, obviously.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I feel like we could do that, but in the metaverse. but instead all we're getting is, I'm gonna buy plots of land and build a house there. That's so cool. That's so cool.
I don't know. I don't know. For me, I feel like if society ever got to that point where everyone's living their life in like a Oculus headset, I don't know why I have this image in my head of just like everyone's chilling and then just a bunch of people just come in, like I don't know, because that's one thing in this world. Would everyone have an Oculus headset? I don't think so. There's probably a bunch of people that probably don't, and I feel like those people would probably just take over the world. You
Really?
know?
I feel like they'd
Yeah,
be
I
the
could
ones that
totally.
get relegated to like farmer jobs or whatever, like labor
Yeah, but
jobs.
I don't know. In my head, I just have this image of just these like these people just living in like a pod, and then just these dudes with like axes just going through and just like taking over everything. And it's like, oh crap, we're getting taken over. It's like go into the metaverse. Maybe we could do something there, and then they just get murdered. Like you know what I mean?
I mean,
Like I
I
don't
feel
know.
like that could be like a kind of a night. Like that's like you're in the metaverse. If everyone's connected that much, like you got to the point where you could have like everyday life, you'd probably have to form like kind of a government, right, for that kind of thing, because it'd be like worldwide, right? You couldn't have just one single company in the U.S. monitoring everything, right? Or
Yeah,
that I think wrong. So like you could then say there's rebellion against everyone in the government who has the Oculus or whatever, and then everyone who doesn't, who's in the basic labor jobs or whatever.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
because think about like a world where, because I know Mark Zuckerberg lost all his money basically. Isn't Facebook like losing? Didn't it lose like $40 billion on the metaverse? And like
I'm
basically,
sure it has.
I know. They're recently one of their top guys. What is his name? Like John Carmack or something like that. Like he recently left, and he's like their head developer or software guy or some crap like that. I don't know too much, but in a world where the metaverse succeeded for Mark Zuckerberg, I could totally see a revolution because Mark Zuckerberg is not invested in like having people be happy in the metaverse. I feel like he's more invested in how can I control people. He seems like a lizard. Like I think he's actually a lizard person. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
The
You know what I
lizard
mean?
people are gonna rule us.
Uh,
Basically, so I can imagine my scenario happening if someone like Mark Zuckerberg takes over. You know? Now, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I just imagine something like that happening.
yeah, I don't know. I
But
feel like if anyone can control the metaverse, it's like it won't do much, I think. Because the internet's the internet. There's always going to be loopholes.
that's true. That's true.
I don't
Um,
know. But like when I was talking about like how Roblox, they just give you the format and then people can go in and make their games. I
yeah.
Yeah.
feel like the metaverse should be able to do that. But yeah, again, the only thing we're getting is crypto stuff, and it's so stupid. We could get freeform, like, I don't know, free software type games where people can work on it, and we could get super cool virtual reality games in the metaverse. But all we're getting is like celebrities buying plots of land in the internet. I don't
I,
know.
f-
I just
I,
Yeah.
it's so
I feel
stupid.
like they have to do that because they either have to do like one or two roads. Like they have to go the road where they control everything. So later, if it does get big, they don't have to worry about like anything else in their way. It's like they control everything. Or they have to go the
Mhm.
road where they let other people use their code or use their platform to build stuff. And then if they ever get big to the point where they want to take over control over everything again and remain all the profits or whatever,
Uh,
they couldn't do that, right? Because they just have too big of other people who built their big platforms on there, right? Or am I
yeah.
Mhm.
wrong?
I feel like we need to know more about the metaverse because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm spouting off about stuff that could not happen.
Honestly, there's some
Or
guy probably listening to this being like, "What are they talking about? Like,
Yeah,
who
no,
are these
honestly.
retards?" Like, so
I on
yeah,
crack.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. Just the metaverse. It just seems such a weird thing. Like, I
Yeah.
kind of hope, like, it's kind of like what you said, because I can imagine a metaverse that's really fun. But I also kind of wish that's something that I die before I see, because I don't know if I'd be. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a very pessimistic person, but I always imagined the metaverse is not very good thing. Like I use VR to play games and stuff,
Mhm.
but like living my whole life in a headset just seems like
Seems
Improbable.
awful.
yeah,
Oh.
I don't know.
I think it's
It-
gonna happen, to be honest.
I
Like,
think so
what's the
too.
time
I think
frame
it's
for
gonna
you?
happen.
What's the time frame for you, Brian?
Oh man, probably like 50 years.
50 or
50
15?
years.
50, yeah.
50, dang.
It's
I
gonna
think
take that long for us to get our economy on the internet and jobs and stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That makes 50 years.
I
I could see it in 50 years.
I can maybe see like the top like rich people in 50 years living like that, but like everyone living like that, it probably will be a lot longer.
I feel
I'd
like it'd
say
be
most
exponential
people.
though. Like
You think
you
most
start
people
off
in
and then
50
just
years?
start growing. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe not most, but like a lot of people, because there's obviously going to be real life jobs we need to do in like reality.
Hmm.
There's not going to be any substitution on the internet for that. But I do think most of the stuff we can do right now, customer service, video games, I guess, those can all be online.
Yeah, work jobs, advertising jobs,
Yeah, social media.
sales. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, what do you think? Is it gonna be like a type of future where you just implant like a neuro chip in your head and like you can like go into the metaverse whenever you want, and just your eyes kind of just shift over to like a digital world? Or do you
I
think
don't
it's one of
think.
those things where you go into like a pod in your house and now you can
Yeah,
access? Do you think it's gonna be more like that or like the other?
I think it's gonna be more like Ready Player One, where rich people have literal pods, poor people have Oculus Rifts. I don't think implants are ever gonna happen where they can
Yeah.
transport you to a virtual world without like killing you. Because Elon Musk has done that with like monkeys, and all of them died. I think
Really?
most of them died. Yeah,
And the
Dang.
trust to let someone implant something in your brain that could, I just feel like no one would want to do that.
That's
yeah.
true. Maybe, yeah, like maybe a lot of rich people would do it, but it
Hmm.
definitely the average person probably not. Because I know I wouldn't, and I would consider myself pretty average. So
Hmm.
Would
yeah,
you want technology to evolve to get that point, or would you rather just like reach a stalemate where it's just like we can't evolve any further with this somehow for a while? I don't
it's,
know.
I wish
I would
certain.
love. Please
You
go.
would love that.
I would love that.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
would
know.
not. I would hate it. I would never want technology to evolve that far. I feel like it'd just
I
screw everything up.
it's kind of a weird question because I think I'm kind of in a gray area where obviously I think in general if I had to like just say an answer, I think I would prefer stalemate, but there are certain technologies that I would hope keep evolving over time, like medicine, stuff like that. Like, hopefully
Yeah.
that continues on at an exponential thing where we get to the point where, like, literally, like, cancer is like nothing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I wouldn't mind that, but like neurochips, like everything is digital. I don't know if I would want technology to go that far. You know what I mean?
In
Just
a perfect world, I would prefer a chip in my brain, but I know for a fact that companies are going to be like, okay, here's an unskippable ad that you have to watch about pamper diapers. So
like, yeah.
that's that. I'm not going to allow that to happen. So
Do you
I don't-
do you think like a world like Cyberpunk is actually would become like a realistic thing that would happen, or do you think that type of stuff like Cyberpunk is like leaning into a little bit like too much like
no,
capitalism and stuff like that?
I would say give like I don't know, Colombia. Give Colombia's capital a cyberpunk city, and it's gonna have the same morals and society as the real cyberpunk.
yeah,
Oh, you're
I'd agree.
really racist,
I
Brian.
am, I am.
Brian is racist against
Because
Colombians.
do you really think the mafia is gonna be like, okay, we should control this in like a really ethical way?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, let's be honest.
Yeah, no.
Um, so you would say, yeah, in specific locations, it would be more cyberpunk.
I mean, dude, just give Los Angeles the same thing. It's gonna happen like quicker than Colombia, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like having more or better technology would improve any of the state. It's gonna stay the same. It's like, like a money doesn't make a person a better person, it just enhances the values that they had before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Dang.
Dang. I don't think if there is a virtual world, I don't think it's ever gonna be what's it called? Ready Player One. I think it's gonna be so boring.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's cool is gonna happen. It's gonna be manual labor in virtual world. It's gonna be lame.
In virtual world, manual labor?
Yeah, if you're gonna be at a desk in a virtual reality world typing away instead of fighting Godzilla in Ready Player One. You know, like the economy's
Oh,
not
okay,
gonna
okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna revolve around video games. It's gonna revolve around the real world stuff that we translated to the virtual world.
Which
Yeah.
at that point,
That
like,
sucks.
want that? Like, do people really want to just do everything virtually instead of like in real life? Like,
That's a good
uh,
where
question.
do people
well,
want to support that?
I don't know, cause if we ever get to that point, it definitely will be something where they just slowly kind of convince us that that's where we want to go. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Like,
you tell
all
someone right now, like if you were to get an average person and you were to send them to that kind of reality that Brian says, they would say no. But if you kind of led them on a little adventure where they slowly get to that reality, I could totally see the human race just being okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
like how it would happen, but I don't think Brian is off in thinking that that's probably what's going to happen. You know, even if people don't like it right now, in the future it might be just a normal thing, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just feel like it would be such a awful world. Like, who would want to live in it after a little
Yeah.
while?
Yeah.
I do think video games and real life transactions are gonna be more of a thing in virtual reality. So in like a few years, maybe a couple of decades, we're definitely gonna have a game where you can buy stuff with real money and then sell like in-game items for also real money. So it could be a job for some people.
Having like
Yeah.
a huge World
Yeah.
of Warcraft kind of real life game
Yeah,
that people are just
exactly.
invested in.
Yeah.
It'll be like a subset of Ready Player One, but it won't be a Ready Player One dominated
Yeah.
virtual world, you know?
I mean, people already like they build like Clash of Clans account and they saw 'em, like yeah, I could
That's
definitely
true.
see that happen with a much bigger game.
And I honestly would like that a lot, to be honest.
You
You would
would or
like
you
that.
wouldn't?
I would.
Really?
Because like
I don't know.
just playing a game and being like, hey, I'm better than you. Do you want to buy my dope costume that gives you like this perk for $2 billion? And they go, okay.
Make some good money with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be your life and you'd just be like, this is the best life.
It would be
Wow,
a
guys.
sad life, but I would definitely enjoy it.
Yeah.
My question is like, if technology continues to improve like so dramatically, and we get to the point where like AI could do stuff like, like you got the AI art or stuff like that, and
Mhm.
like they had the first automated McDonald's or whatever, and like if we get to that point, are people just gonna have run out of jobs and be like stuck being poor or like hungry, or would it kind of like go back to like not to encourage slavery at all, but like back in like the colonial ages, like when people had so much time because of slavery, they
Mhm.
focused a lot more on like philosophy or creating new ideas. Do you think it'd go to that, or do you think people would just kind of like stay poor because they don't have any jobs or anything?
I
So
think it would.
what I think you're saying is that slavery was a good thing. Is that what you're saying? Was that your overall point right
Even
there?
that's
You're pro-slavery, is what it?
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
pro-slavery,
Dang, Reese,
pro-slavery.
that's a very controversial take. I didn't think you would actually say that.
Wow.
But
I
yeah, no,
think
actually, I didn't think about that. That's a good point. That maybe we would just go into more of an art-oriented kind of like society if that were ever to happen.
because like if AI did take over, the people whose jobs get replaced at the beginning, they would be like the dregs of society, right? They would be the losers.
Mhm.
And the people whose jobs can't be replaced, they would get paid way much more. I would
So
hope.
much more.
I would hope. And then after a while, when everything gets automated, then we just go into a super lazy society.
Yeah, just get killed by some alien race that just
Yeah.
comes over. That's probably what's gonna happen.
It seems, I
How
feel
do
like
you? That is one thing. How do you think the human race is gonna die? Because it's gonna happen. Do you think we actually get to the point where like we get killed by the sun exploding or the universe heat death, or
No.
is there
Heck no.
something?
I
Do
think
you think there's something else that's gonna kill us before that?
I think just people shooting nukes at each other. I feel like that's the. I just feel like it's likely. Like we almost got close to it, like with the whole Russian thing, right? Like Russia started shooting off nukes that could have blown up like half the planet, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think we're definitely gonna kill ourselves. Maybe it's not nukes, but it's definitely gonna be man-made.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Also, what do you think is the likelihood that because I don't know, and now I'm thinking of like other civilizations and stuff. Do you think like another alien civilization somewhere out there just hiding from us? Because I remember I know that this kind of seems like a jump in topic a little bit, but I was watching a video just talking about like aliens and stuff like that. Like I'm very curious to see like do you guys like how likely do you think that there's an alien civilization that's like more advanced than us, like is somewhere
More
out there.
advanced?
Yeah, more advanced.
100%.
I think there's definitely alien civilizations. I just don't know if they'd be more advanced or less advanced than us. I'm sure there's probably both, actually, now that I think of it.
Yeah, I think there's both. I just don't think they're ever gonna be able to interact with us. Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna
Why?
see aliens. Just too far. The universe is too big. It's just too big, you know.
Do you think you could ever reach like an exponential thing where like you develop the technology so you could travel like one galaxy, then there'll be 5 galaxies, and there'll be 10 galaxies?
Even if we can travel at light speed, the universe is just expanding too fast. I don't think we're ever gonna be able to find aliens.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, ever to anyone watching, keep in mind we have no idea what we're talking about, so
Yeah.
don't take this all seriously.
The only thing I know is that the universe is expanding. Light speed's actually not that fast, and aliens
Yeah.
haven't contacted us yet, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, aliens talking to us. Yeah, I don't think we might get to a
I don't
point where we
know.
talk to them. What is the chances of two other alien? Like, do you think any other civilization has seen any other civilization, not just us? Like, putting
Yeah.
them all into an equation. Do you think that that's never gonna happen, or do you think at least one time somewhere in our galaxy there's gonna be two alien civilizations that
least
actually like contact each other?
At least ones. I'd say like you're gonna have like so many galaxies that eventually like one galaxy's gotta have like 2 inhabitable planets for civilizations to form and grow. And like I'd figure just the amount of galaxies, it's just gotta happen at least once.
Yeah.
Just one time, at least. Yeah.
At least
I
once.
would. If the universe is infinite, it definitely has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But there's these cool theories that there's walls to evolution and the progression of alien civilizations, or just civilization in general. And like it starts with the development of like single cellular life, multicellular life, and then it gets to the point where it's like, oh, do you either kill yourself or do you just not evolve fast enough to get outside? I need to find that video because it's so interesting.
Yeah. That'd be fun to watch. Like would all aliens look like us or similar to us, or would they like look like because like it's all nature rules are the same across galaxies, right? Or would it
Yeah.
change from galaxy to galaxy?
Yeah, I think
don't
like
know.
they would look differently, but they're just like the building blocks would be the same. You
Like
need
they should be
energy.
made of oxygen and like,
Yeah,
right? Like
Also,
I
how
think
did we
it's the
go
same.
from Logan Paul to this?
I have no idea.
We were talking about how stupid Crypto Bros they were to like talking about how other carbon-based life forms might look like us and like
It's
yeah, I don't
interesting
know.
because I don't think I have enough information or knowledge to give you a solid answer. But in my last semester of chemistry, it just feels like it would only be carbon, because you know all the sci-fi. Oh, they're carbon-based life forms. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
It just makes sense that they would follow the same path, because gravity still pulls on you the same way. You still need to eat stuff. You still need to poop it out. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there would be the same organ systems, maybe just a little different.
Now that is kind of I'm just gonna segue into something that we wrote down as a question, because I think this is actually a very interesting question that Reese wrote down. The if animals evolved at the same rate as humans, which one would be the dominant species of Earth? I like that question. I think we should talk about
Ooh.
that right now.
Okay. What do you think then, George?
If I had to say, well, I think the obvious answer is monkeys, right?
Really?
Because here's the thing. Is there any other animal that has opposable thumbs?
I
Like,
don't know.
because
I
I
think
feel like if
monkeys are.
you were, yeah, if you were to give intelligence to like a turtle, let's say you give like the turtle now has an IQ the same as Albert Einstein. That turtle's gonna be smart as crap. Not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do anything.
That's
Because
true.
what are they gonna do? Build something with their like stubby little like feet?
That's
No, they're not
true.
gonna do anything.
I
So
still think it's humans.
yeah, it would definitely be humans. It would be basically Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
That movie. That's what would
Definitely
happen.
Planet of the Apes.
I
I
Except
still think it would be
maybe
humans though.
you think humans would win that. I didn't finish the Planet of the Apes movies. Did they win in the end? The apes?
I have no idea. I
haven't seen
didn't
them.
watch it either.
Because I remember I watched the first movie a long time ago, and then they made a second one, and then they made a third one, and I just don't know how it ends. Like, do the humans get all killed? Does it end with them being like living together peacefully? Like, how does that movie end? I have no
Like
idea.
when you say intelligence, what do you think in your mind? Like, do you think like the same emotional capacity, the same thought process, or you think like what
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
everything? Or okay,
Again, I feel like it doesn't matter too much though, because it's like I said, you give turtle intelligence, they're not going to be able to do anything. You know.
think of like let's say like great whales or giant squids or great white sharks. Like, could humans even traverse the waters then? And could they build something to where actually they probably could? It'd still probably be humans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like definitely if every single animal were to evolve at the same rate as humans, I would definitely, I think, just no matter which way you look at it, humans would just be the dominant species. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if the animals do evolve to be really smart, I feel like they would probably just work with humans.
You
know what I mean?
really?
Yeah,
I
because
think
we
it'd
do
turn into
stuff
like,
for them.
but I
Yeah.
feel like it's like a global war, like where all the different species are competing for space and territory.
I don't think that's what happens. Maybe
Really?
among themselves, but I feel like if you were smart, like again, back to my turtle analogy. Let's say turtle, super smart guy. What would be the first thing I would do in that situation is to get someone who can help me do what I want. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So what the best the best solution for that is to work with the species that can help you achieve what you want to do, right? Oh, I don't have opposable thumbs. Who has opposable thumbs? Oh, humans do, and they have all this infrastructure and they have all this stuff. Like most likely, it'll
It's
be
like
one of those
this.
things. Like yeah, I don't think they would go to war against humans. I don't think turtles. Yeah, they would just see that. Oh crap! Like we lost. So let's just work with them, then
I
fight
feel like
them.
they're evolving at the same rate though. It's like we don't have insane infrastructure. They're evolving
Yeah.
at the same rate. So like in the beginning, I feel like everyone would still be fighting. Like species would die or get genocided because no one has
Wait,
like
so this hypothetical that you're talking about, are we talking about like the beginning of time, or are we talking about like right now? Like,
because we're evolving at the same rate. Like it's not they don't start evolving now, right?
okay, well, I mean, so every single animal is just as smart as each other, starting at like caveman times and stuff. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
So I still think it's us. Well, so there's two things I want to take into account here. Is because
Uh-huh.
humans have complex shoulders, so we can throw stuff. We can actually throw stuff. No other animal can throw stuff like us. We also have insane stamina. The only one that beats us out is like the camel, I think, and that's it.
Really?
That's why we can
Mhm.
hunt anything, and we usually do. Like woolly mammoths, we killed those guys, throwing spears and
That's
hunting them
true.
down. But also, the only reason we can't inbreed as a species is because at some point we had such a small gene pool that you couldn't do it without just mixing the same genes, which is bad. So if we take that into account, I think monkeys would kill us really quick because we had such a small gene pool at one point.
Mhm.
But just taking the, like the characteristics of us, I think we would 1v1. In a 1v1, we win anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
as
think
a group, I think
honestly,
we lose.
that would be an interesting thing because, again, I think I'm still right, but definitely monkeys would be there as well. I think it would be like a civil war thing with like animals that go with humans and then animals that go with monkeys. You know what I mean?
Why? I feel like it'd turn into like a humans would control some parts of the world, but then animals would control like monkeys or what other animals control the other parts of the world. Just because if
Mhm.
you're evolving at the same rate, like monkeys in like the Amazon are gonna evolve to like where they could start building houses or whatever at the same rate we are. So by the time we meet each other, like it's just gonna turn into a full out war, and you don't know who's gonna win at that point. I feel like
Well, yeah. No,
maybe
no
with
one's
the
talking.
humans with the stuff that Bryant said, but like I feel like it just turned to a stalemate.
It's
Mhm.
just, yeah, I think monkeys definitely, yeah. But like any other animal, if we're talking about any other animal, this is just a 1v1 between humans and monkeys,
Yeah.
basically, with animals choosing a side. You know what I mean?
Or
Because
with their
no,
like, sorry, go ahead, Brian.
because no other animals. Because like right now, let's say we develop a super cool spaceship. It would take a couple of weeks for China, Russia, any other superpower to be like, oh, they did it this way. We're gonna copy them. And
Hmm.
the only reason, like I don't know, a tiger would be good is at the beginning of this evolution to like arms race, because they don't have opposable thumbs. They can't make anything technical. The only
Hmm.
thing they have on us is that they're gonna maul us to death, and we have no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or
I think it's
possible
between
alliances.
monkeys. Yeah, I think it's between monkeys, humans, and then as we progress, it's gonna be like countries. There's gonna be no dominant force.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that makes
Yeah.
sense. And I feel like the waters too might like also like if you're trying to build a raft and coast from place to place, but then an intelligent shark just decides to jump up and kill you, like that kind of limits your transportation through water areas,
Well,
right?
I don't know, because it is kind of weird how like, because there's a difference between intelligence and just like wanting to take over stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it wouldn't turn into a global war. I think you would see a
Really?
lot more animals just working together.
I
Because
feel like
that's the intelligent thing to do. It is the
well, it's the
intelligent thing to do.
intelligent thing to do, but like time and time again, like throughout human history, like war happens over and over. Like it's not the smart thing to
True.
do in every case, but like it happens just because people want power. Like I feel like animals do the exact same thing. Like
It's
alphas
just,
kill each other like male like kids or
yeah,
whatever because they don't. Like I
but
just feel like
like
insane.
I don't know, because I feel like if war was to happen, it definitely wouldn't be between like humans versus monkeys. I think it would just be there's a group of monkeys, a group of humans, and a group of like I don't know, like camels working together over here. There's a group of humans, there's a group of sharks, there's a group of like dogs working over here. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like I don't think it would be like a thing where every single species fights every other species. I think it would basically just be the same as us right now, except instead of a country where it's like, oh, we have like the Swedish people and then we have the Mexican people. It would be like we have this group of animals that has humans, like Swedish humans and Swedish dogs, and we would have like Mexican dogs and Mexican humans. Like, you know what I
Really?
mean? Like, yeah, I don't think it would be
I
like we
don't.
have humans and dogs. Like, I think it would be everyone would just mesh together. You know what I mean?
I think
That's
there
what I
would be
think.
like co-evolution and like working together, but not on that level.
Mm.
And especially
Hmm.
with like sharks. How would sharks even form a society? And then why would they just start murdering us for no reason?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because
They want
it,
they want the waters.
yeah, but like, think about it. If you were a shark and you were intelligent, what would be the purpose of killing a human?
Maybe you don't want them doing ships all over your area. Like I feel the land
I
control.
mean, maybe if they, but like, keep in mind, we're talking about like early caveman things. Now, I can maybe see your point if like pollution starts becoming a thing,
Yeah.
and then they're like, oh crap, these guys actually suck. We need to get rid of them. But like
Hmm.
in caveman times, the surface of the water does not mean crap. The surface of the water is
Yeah.
like
Okay, maybe not in
nothing.
caveman time then.
Yeah, like, and again, I think I don't know. I just don't see it really. I think I don't know. I don't see it as like a global world war. I don't think that's what happens.
I feel like it'd be a global world war for like the first like 100 to 50 years, and it slowly turns like the most dominant predators kind of control everything. Like in Canada, you'd have like all the big, wolf packs, or no one could go to the Arctic because of the polar bears would control everything up there. Like you'd have like the dominant predators kind of there, and then but they'd all slowly start to die out because they killed everything, and
Yeah,
just turn into like
exactly.
this ones who remained were able to grow more.
Well, I don't know, cause that's not really intelligence, is it? That's just people fighting. Like, I feel like again, I don't think it would be like that. I think it would be like polar bears have
You think everyone's
humans.
gonna team up?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't.
because
I,
think about it. If you're a polar bear, like, oh, like, yeah, because that's another thing. Like, what about like morals and ethics? You know what I mean? Because do you think polar bears are just gonna see like a cantaloupe or like a moose and just kill it? Even
Yes.
though
yeah.
with intelligence, it would come with the thing that you can also recognize other like things of intelligence.
They're not
Well,
going to starve themselves, though.
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
starve them.
that's why they would work together. They would probably get
But
humans to help them grow like foods that they can all eat together.
they
Maybe
can't though. They're
You,
carnivores. They can't eat
yeah,
herbs.
you
they
can't
would
grow
figure it out.
meat.
I don't know.
Can't.
Cause I don't know. It's just weird to me that it's just like you give them intelligence and they just become like bloodthirsty monsters that like control
Well,
territories and kill whoever comes in. Like that's
I
not
think the
intelligence to me.
difference between being wild and intelligence is fighting together. That's literally it at the beginning. You make a
Mhm.
tribes and you work together. It's not like we're all bloodthirsty. It's just that you're working together to murder something. That's intelligence at the early stages, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you think it just turned
Maybe.
into like a bunch of herds just coming together and just
I think
fighting
it
for
would be.
land?
Because do you think polar bears are racist towards like black bears? Like,
I mean, they might be honestly.
There
Yeah.
might
so
be,
do you
yeah, who
think do
knows?
you think the black bears and white bears are working together? I don't think. Do you think the white bears are going to enslave the black bears?
Or the black bears and save the white bears. It's
Yeah. What
just
do you think's
Yeah,
going on there?
that'd
Are
be
they
interesting.
racist? I think they are racist.
I mean, yeah, because
maybe.
like doesn't racism just comes from like you alienate like someone who's different from you, right? So like it
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
very well be that all the other animals become racist or even
Towards each other.
sexist, or yeah, that'd be wild.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong. Like you point out things like slavery, and that's basically like what we did. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm, it's
And we're
just
as intelligent as you can get, and we did slavery. So, do you think do you think polar bears are going to be
hmm,
racist?
that's
I
true.
I also feel like you also have to include like the RNG of like, couldn't some like, is it possible for some different like species to crossbreed?
That's
Because like
true.
they're intelligent too. Like you could like, could you get like a human and a polar bear combined? Like,
But you
would
also
that
got
work
like,
Someone's
naturally?
gonna
Or
screw a polar bear.
I,
Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't know.
Are
Like,
you advocating for that, Reese?
you know how ligers exist.
yeah,
Do you think the tigers and lions are coming together because they're big cats?
or like
Maybe.
leopards and cheetahs or something.
Definitely, I don't see a polar bear and human. I don't know where you got
Yeah,
that
yeah.
from, but like definitely, like I know isn't like aren't the since like the ice is kind of melting, aren't polar bears coming down here and they're breeding with like
Yeah,
the
no, that's
grizzly
true.
bears? Aren't they like what kind of bear is that? It's like a growler bear or something like that.
I have no idea. I've never
Yeah,
seen it.
because there's like there's grizzly bears and polar bears and they're breeding together. I think it's grizzly and polar. I don't know, but
Mm.
they're like
Also,
called
like
growler
monkeys
bears.
and humans too, right? Like you get a like the monkey
Ooh,
human population.
ew.
Maybe
I don't want to think
it's
about that. That's how we
yeah.
got AIDS.
That's just a weird.
But like, you know how co-evolution
What?
happens? So like birds will pick off bugs off of oxes and they just work
Mhm.
together. Do you think stuff like that would happen?
Yeah,
I'm sure like
100%.
hawks and humans or monkeys or like hawks, like
Yeah.
anything I feel like air would work with ground.
Yeah. So I
Mhm.
think Jorge's right, but not to the degree of like, oh, there's Swedish humans and Swedish dogs. I think there's just like people that work together. Some of them are neutral. Birds don't really care. Like ants and insects. Are we concluding insects or just mammals?
If we include insects, they win
Ants
automatically.
win, yeah.
Ants win. It's just over. Nothing. No one can do anything. Because
Good question.
especially in caveman times, like we don't have pesticides. We don't have anything like that. They would just kill everyone. I think.
Because your hypothetical was animals, and insects are animals. They're anthropods.
Maybe we do anything bigger than like a
So
large
should we
beetle
just
or
do
something.
mammals? Like just mammals?
Well, then yeah, like what about like reptiles and
Oh, that's true.
amphibians and
So
I
let's
feel
just
like
do like
maybe like
chordates and below.
yeah, something like that. Like
Hmm.
that'd be
My
interesting. I
biology
didn't think
class
about
is coming
bugs.
into
Yeah.
use here.
Do you think we'd evolve like in the same exponential, like we'd grow a lot, or do you think we just are like, sorry, not evolve, like civilization would grow? Like, do you think if we teamed up with the animals in 2022, we would be sitting here with laptops and stuff, or do you think we'd be delayed in our growing?
I think it would be
Huh.
delayed. If we
You think we'll
include
be delayed?
ants, if we
I think.
include ants, we're just going to be living in trees and we're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but if we don't include ants, I think I don't know. That's a
I
good
I
think
think
we're
we're
point.
delayed
heavily
still.
delayed.
You think we're heavily delayed?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, when humans like first started out, like they really had no like they just took over everything, right? Like they
Yeah.
only had danger until they started getting tools and stuff.
Yeah, as soon as we got a foothold, then we started going crazy. But we wouldn't get a
That's
foothold
true.
for a while in this crazy world.
Do you think eventually we would get a foothold though?
If maybe it would be.
I think it just comes down to chance,
'Cause
honestly.
Yeah,
it is true because even though like polar bears would be just as smart, if we ever got to the point where we can really use our opposable thumbs, it would be over. Like if we
yeah,
made like
exactly.
gunpowder and guns, even really smart animals would probably still just fall.
But I
If
feel
we
like
don't,
getting to that
yeah,
point would be so long. Like
yeah.
it just take a while.
Because I
No,
mean, oh man, this is tough. Because if they have the same intelligence as us, do you think they're gonna be like, I mean, oh, these humans have these crazy things. We gotta kill them now, or do you think
Yeah.
people just don't really care? Because
well, I don't
I
know,
don't know.
I feel like
cause
they would because like
I
if you
I don't
sorry,
know.
go ahead.
No, sorry, I keep trying to cut you off. Sorry.
Okay, I just feel like like if let's take like our person now. If we were humans and we saw or found an alien civilization that was developing tools that could kill us very easily, like we'd start preparing for defense and trying to attack them, right? So I feel like you could take that same concept and apply it to the animal here. Like
Hmm.
if bears started finding out like we could make guns, they'd try to target us because you could take over so easily, right?
Yeah, but I feel
That's
like
true.
right now the only reason we'll be like, oh, aliens, we need to beef up our defenses is because we're so smart now. We start like training our mind at such a young age.
That's
During the
true.
caveman time, if we do make spheres and stuff, they're not gonna think, oh, we need to make a collective effort to kill them. They're just gonna go,
That's
oh,
true.
danger, run.
Hmm.
Do you think they'd copy us though, or like try and like do something similar, like devise
I don't think a polar
tools?
bear is gonna copy us because they can't,
Yeah.
but a monkey will.
Oh,
That's
monkey.
true.
Yeah.
Monkey, yeah.
100%.
It really would
Yeah,
turn
it's just
into
monkeys versus humans at that point. I think.
That's why I said that I could see animals working together, but because it's kind of a similar thing where they would see us make advanced stuff. Well, but now that I think about it, that is true. I think it would split between like there would be animals that see us and be like, oh crap, these guys are a problem, and then there would be animals that see us and be like, oh, these guys are advancing technology to a point that we can't do that. Like we don't have opposable thumbs. Let's just
Mhm.
work with them. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You could you could probably maybe separate it to like predator and prey kind of thing. Like prey would team
Yeah,
up with
honestly,
predators around them.
yeah, prey, I feel like probably like animals that don't eat meat probably would work together with humans because there's no reason to fight them except for maybe they're getting hunted. But humans can plant like food in the ground. So, do you think we would be carnivores still? humans if that world were
Yeah.
to exist?
I
Oh,
think
definitely.
we have to eat meat, don't we? Like we need protein. Like, can you survive off of just plants enough?
Well,
In the
I
early
mean,
stages, we do need it no matter what. We don't have farming.
That's true.
that's
Yeah,
true.
we're
But
hunter and gatherers.
it's just weird because like right now we're okay with eating like meat because obviously animals are not on the same level as humans. But if
Mhm.
they were on the same level, don't you think a majority of humans would be like, "Oh crap, like this cow can understand what's going on. It has like a language." Because I think animals would probably develop languages if they developed like the same kind of
That'd be
way.
whack.
And
Not
maybe
as developed as ours though, because we got
oh yeah,
vocal
because vocal
cords.
systems they don't have vocal cords.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I feel like if they're just as again in this hypothetical, they evolve intelligence just as much as we do. They would figure out a way to communicate with humans. Like, do you
Hmm.
think humans could then be okay with killing them for consumption, even though we could communicate with them in the like advanced kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can
At
technically
some point,
communicate.
we would go vegan, I think.
Yeah, at some
Really?
point.
I think we would. More people would be vegan. Maybe not all of us, because I still want to eat meat. And I don't
Yeah.
Oh,
care
yeah.
if this monkey's talking to me. I'm eating him. That sounds
Yeah.
so racist.
I kind of agree. I feel like it'd be like a crossroad path. Like you reach a point where you like either decide you're gonna keep eating meat, and so you just keep going down that path, and you probably wouldn't really switch, or you decide that everyone's gonna try and be vegan, and you just continue going that path.
Do you think that would be like our civil war in this time would be that for them over there? Like there's like the southern states which are just like, well, let's keep eating meat and stuff. And then there's like the northern states and they're like, no, we have to stop. And that would be what
It would
do you think that's
definitely
what
be
would
a
happen?
bigger deal. Definitely not Civil War type stuff, but like it would be like Republican versus Democrats.
Yeah, it's some crap like
I
that.
feel like it'd be like everyone like has their own tribes, and they'd be like they choose to do vegan or they choose to do meat, and then like it just kind of turned into like whichever like bigger tribe slowly starts to take over a little more.
That's so strange. Would there be Native Americans, but like they're monkeys now or something? And they
What?
like they just keep fighting each other. It's like, Native Americans, they didn't progress that far because of their religion and like
All their
just how
separate
they work.
tribes.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that would happen with like monkeys? Over a certain time, they would like develop tribes, and just by some chance they don't evolve like us and then become and colonize them like we did in real life.
Well, don't monkeys already have their own tribes? Like they already separate into their own different
Yeah, but
families?
I mean, they do that, but they're still stuck at that level. What Brian's saying is that do they just keep getting stuck at that level, and then we just go past them, even though, like, we're the same intellectually. Like again, Native Americans were the same intellectually, and they got stuck where they didn't kind of progress, and that's why we took them over so easily, because us in Europe, we did that. That's what Brian's saying, basically. I think that's what you're saying.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I wonder if it'd just be like if it'd just be a monkey thing, or if it'd be a human thing too.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think it would be
so
a human thing.
strange.
Why not?
Because you're dumb and you're wrong and I hate you. Yeah. Because why? Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Well, like we saw with the Native Americans, like they didn't progress. Like what makes the starting out humans any different?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think
I would say though
to
that we have
answer
the
those
best
questions,
chance.
yeah, we do have the best chance. But to answer those types of questions, we would have to get into the specifics. Like, wait, like
Yeah.
when we start, like the beginning of humans, is everyone in Africa? Is that where we're going with, or is like, you know what I mean? Like, because if we're really starting at the beginning, then technically that's where we should start when we talk about this. That everyone's in Africa. And we're all like in the savannah, just like hunting down like stuff. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like, how
interesting.
specific are we going in to this?
I
kind
don't
of
know.
thing?
That's true. I think we should go as specific as possible, to be honest. That'd be so cool to have a hypothetical that specific.
Have like a whole thesis paper written on it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a long conversation then, because okay,
No, we're not
so-
doing it today, but
We're
that'd be a
not.
cool
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
Dang.
Dang,
Gotta
but
put out
like,
all the stats first.
yeah,
Actually, what
because
was
we
that?
have
Hmm.
vocalization, we have complex like vocal cords, we have complex shoulders to do spear throwing. Monkeys don't have that. We also have stamina, and we're amazing pack hunters. I think we just win. I think we win.
I feel like we
think so
would, but
too,
we also have to
honestly.
account. I just feel like you'd have to account for like, okay, what happens if people start teaming up with monkeys, or what happens if like, I just feel like there's some chance that you could also just lose it all.
Yeah, we're
It
not
just
guaranteed
sounds
to
like you
win.
want the monkeys to win. Are you against your own
Oh.
species,
Yeah.
Reese?
Are you a
No,
monkey lover?
I, I hate humans. I hate them. I just
You're
feel
gonna
like,
betray us or something? What the heck?
yeah, monkeys are taking over the world. I'm gonna be their spokesperson.
Dang.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like there's just be some chance that either like they'd come to a point where like either humans would either take over everything or humans would get wiped out. I just feel like there'd be like a element of chance in it.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
definitely. I still think we win though. I don't think
Yeah,
people are
Yeah.
going to be working together that early on. They're going to be more tribal and racist. That's why they're going to form tribes of their own species. And I think
Uh-huh.
we just take the dub on that one. We get too far
Yeah,
ahead.
I agree. I do think we take the dub on that.
But at some
Yeah.
point, monkeys and like velociraptors, I don't know.
That'd be-
They're gonna come
if we
together.
included dinosaurs in that, oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be crazy.
Have a pet Allosaurus.
Yeah, the monkeys are gonna kind of like go together with the elephants and storm us.
That'd be.
Bro,
This would be
they're gonna
good to see a movie
crossbreed.
on. I want to see a TV show now.
They're gonna crossbreed, and like at the human gates, we're gonna see like monkey elephant things just like trying to kill us all or something.
Oh, that I'm gonna send. This is really off topic. Does anyone else want to add anything?
No.
I think we got everything.
Okay, we can I'll just show you this and then we can like get ready to end because we're kind of getting close. Here's a NFT from the crypto zoo or whatever.
Oh my
What the-
gosh, that looks
That's
I'll
what
terrible.
people
show
are
this on
paying
screen.
for.
I'll show this on
Yeah.
screen. What the
Like,
heck is this?
People are paying money for that. That's just crazy to
Um,
me.
Is this the
oh,
biggest
man.
threat to human civilization in this world? Is this guy gonna take over?
Yeah,
Dog,
this one has
monkey.
the best. Oh my gosh.
I
Can you
just think that's
imagine?
so funny.
Can you imagine a civilization with these things just walking around? Just be like,
That'd be
"Oh,
so
did you go
weird."
to the Home Depot? I need to fix my deck or something."
Oh man.
Where's my doggy treat? Where's my doggy treat? Oh man.
Do you think like crustaceans would like storm the beaches? Because they can go on land.
I don't know.
Now I'm just imagining D&D where like the Germans are still Germans, but it's just a bunch of crustaceans on the beach just getting like pot shotted. Just
We're just running them over with like steamrollers. Like I don't know.
they're under
That'd
the
be
water
funny.
like 50 years later talking to their grandchildren like it was a massacre. I don't know why we thought we could do that. Like,
Oh no, we're 100% still eating fish though.
oh,
I
100%. Yeah.
It probably would, yeah, just because they're prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not like the tigers that talk to us, but like definitely the crab. We're still eating lobster. White women are still going crazy at Red Lobster.
I wonder if it turned into like
maybe
the
Red
battle with
Lobster is
sharks.
actually run by a lobster. Who knows?
Under the sea. It's like Ratatouille. Oh, what would media be like?
Oh, what the heck? But you were saying something,
Ooh.
Reese?
Well, just like if we continue to evolve and then there was the pollution thing, like I wonder how like the battle with the ocean would go.
Yeah.
We'd
Oh
win.
man.
We'd
We
win.
definitely
Would we?
win.
Would we?
Yeah, we
Yes.
would definitely win. 100%.
Because like we can't chase after them in the water, otherwise
Yeah, we
they'd just
can.
kill us.
Yeah, we can.
How?
We have harpoons. What do they have against us?
Like the entire swarm of.
Are they gonna show up and like with laser guns and shoot us from the shore? No, they aren't. I feel like what it
Oh,
would turn
man.
into is that they would come close and we would just shoot them with like, because again,
I guess it depends on how
harpoons-
evolved we are.
Yeah, but the thing is that in this hypothetical situation, when it comes to conflict with the water, by the point that we do have a conflict with the water, we can be as evolved as we want because
Yeah,
we
by the
don't
point,
need to go
yeah.
into the water. You know what I mean?
Plus, the
Like-
only things coming on land are crabs. Like fish can't,
Yeah.
Mhm.
dolphins and
It's
sharks can't. Yeah.
Be a one-sided war. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like we choose where it goes down. We choose when it goes down. We choose like what we have. Sharks can't do anything. It's like if sharks decide to come up here and kill us humans, we win with spears. You
This
know,
should
the
be
only chance they
Sharknado.
have.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, maybe that would happen. Who knows? I don't know.
I would say that we
But-
can't chase them at all, or else we're gonna die.
So like it'd
Yeah,
be
probably.
like a little stalemate. Like we could kind of go where we wanted, but like we also couldn't go everywhere we wanted, right? Like
Yeah.
we couldn't go down in the deeps or anything. We couldn't explore.
Do you think like I don't like? Do you think crabs would be like the dominant force in the ocean?
I don't know.
Maybe the coconut, those coconut crabs, definitely.
The ones that killed Amelia Earhart?
Yeah, the ones that ate her, yeah, they could definitely be a
I
formidable
I
force.
wonder if there's like something in the deep dark of the ocean that like if they got intelligent and started breeding, that they'd somehow like take over the entire world and we just don't know about them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like 90% water, 10% land or whatever.
It'd be
that's true.
crazy.
Unless something like that happens, though, I think humans
Yeah,
solo every single
still
animal
taking a
that's in the
dub.
ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness
But
I'm not a
anyways,
dog.
yeah. Or a dog gorilla thing, whatever that thing is. I don't know what this is.
Pugrilla.
How much? How much did this NFT cost, or crypto zoo
It
thing,
was
whatever?
one of the things that you like bred together. Like if you paid a lot for like 2 eggs, then you bred them together, then you get that.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
It's horrible, but
Yeah, it's awful.
whatever.
Make sure to show that, George. It'd be
Yeah,
funny.
100%. Yeah.
What we did to pugs is not fair.
I can't believe people thought this would make them money. That's insane.
Yeah.
You don't think Pugrilla is gonna make you millions?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
looks like
resell.
something Grant would make in like Photoshop when I came to visit him, like during photography. This is.
Oh man.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well,
yeah.
that was a good discussion, I think.
Yeah, very productive. Yeah.
I hope we all learned a lot from that. And yeah, I think that we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah. Bye.
End it.